so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the night inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here I'm scream. Okay, it's a dream, and I pray as a team. One day it'll be me. If I want it, then I'll get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. Looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now. Swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man. Never stop, there ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it up, you got one life to ball. Thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on. Need a hand out, I already stand out. Starting to advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now, cause we're in demand now. Make it by the grand now, feeling in command now. They're looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now.
Yo, what's going on, fam? It is great to see you guys. Sorry for the late delay. We're 6 minutes late. We're 3 minutes late to starting. The bro, the best friend, Fighter Foster right up there. He gave me a call. He needed to talk about some stuff because we do our weekly check-ins. And so he called me earlier. We started talking, and then he looked down and he was like, dude, it's 9:30. It's time for your stream. I'll let you go. So sorry, you guys, for the late delay. But, dude, we made it. Welcome to another weekend of updates and motivation. And, of course, we got to give a shout-out to the one and only, the Dying Breed, the Patreon members who are already in the chat. I love seeing you guys. We've got Warrior Bernard, who's already in the chat saying, Dying Breed in the house. What's up, man? It's great to see you. And, of course, we've got Fighter Maxwell coming in. Heck yeah, it's time. Like I said, Fighter Foster, Fighter Q. And you guys, I have not updated the overlay yet, but we have a brand new Guardian. The third tier of our Patreon membership, Guardian Wilkie, promoted himself upwards. And so, dude, thank you so much, man. I so much appreciate that. I don't understand sometimes, like, why you guys support me. I just feel like I'm a total nerd, a total, like, weirdo. But your guys' support, that's why we're here. And it means so much. So congratulations and welcome to the promotion, Guardian Wilkie. We've got Soldiers Nick, Little Panda Aiden, who's also coming into the chat. Hello, my buddy. Well, hello to you too. Unwired, and then, of course, Defenders, LG, Jodan, who we're going to talk about here in a minute, Miss Aoife, and, of course, the one and only Steven fucking Landry, the Duck Commander. What is up, you guys? How are you doing? How is your week? I had a crazy week where not a whole lot of writing got done, but there is some great new updates for you guys. But how is your week? hopefully you guys had a great week. Hopefully you guys were able to be successful in your endeavors and your content creation. I know we have Ryan Maxwell, fellow author in the house. So hopefully he's got some great stuff going in his books. But yeah, you guys, thanks for coming to this another weekend update. So where should we start off? First off, I hope you guys got to watch Dr. Alaron Kong, the father of American Lit RPG. His video, he did like a 20-minute update on his channels, his platforms the other day. And man, it was so good to see him. So good to see how healthy he is now, everything he's doing. But I love the updates of what he had to talk about. So he's talking about Alpha, which is the third book series he has, but it's all in the same universe of The Land. And that's coming out June 25th. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. I cannot wait for this. And then he talked about book 9 of the Land series, the Chaos series. And, there was a lot of great insight that he talked about. And, about the grind of writing. And when you start to get that momentum and the pressure that you have to continue to write faster and faster and put out more and more books and stories. And, I loved his thought about of just taking time to put the quality in the stories, right? And I thought about that this week a little bit myself. I was asked a question about how quickly I felt I could get out Golem Master and have it ready for publication. And a part of that question really caused me to think about it and reflect to where I'm working a full-time job that I do love, absolutely love it now. It was really rough those first 4 months, as you guys know, but I love the job. And I love the team that I'm on, but I love writing. And right now, I could continue to write as much as I could on top of the job, burn the candle at both ends. But we all know eventually you can only go so fast before the bearings break. You can only go so fast until you hit the wall. You can only go so fast until you reach burnout. And so for me, I was like, I don't want to rush this process. I love this story. I love the dynamics of it. And even this morning, as I was writing, I was just carrying along. I was traveling along with Pepper as he goes through this process. And I was taking time to reflect within myself on things. And I just was like, dude, there's no rush to this process. Enjoy it. If there's a little bunny trail that appears and it sparks my curiosity of a new way to follow along on this character's journey, then go with it, right? And so, yeah, so I'm excited to see where the future takes Golem Master. But at the same point, I'm like, I don't want to kill myself trying to write this entire series over a year. If it takes me 2 years to write this series, then it's going to take me 2 years to write the series. If it takes me 4 years and I only write one book a year, then that's all it's going to be. I should not put the pressure on myself of having to produce a quality work. I am just going to do it at the pace that I feel I need to do it. Yeah, Kyle's comment just threw me off. I'm not able to financially write full time. So therefore I have to work within my means. Right. And as long as you guys love the work, then that's all I want. I would much rather have a quality book than I don't know, just something, mundane. And of course, Wolfie said, hail TJ, hail to you, Wolfie. Kyle loved the new chapters. Dude, thank you. Thank you so much for that feedback. Guardian, Kyle, you weren't here at the very beginning. I made sure to mention your promotion as a Guardian and thanked you. So again, since you're here, thank you so much, dude. Thank you. The new chapters up in Patreon. Yes. Okay. So I hope you really liked. I'm going to Patreon to make sure I am on the same level here. Because how Amperage comes in are familiar. I think you guys, I love writing some of those scenes and some of that interaction. And as I try to think about him as a familiar and the personality profile that he has to adapt, I was like, what are some of the most funny things about dogs that I can put in here? and I'm trying to yeah. So I was genuinely like laughing and chuckling along as I wrote some of those scenes, because I was like, if you're a dog person, you absolutely are going to relate to these things. So yeah, so there was that. But dude, I'm so happy that you're loving those new chapters, and they were so much fun to write. And I'm trying to think, gosh, because I didn't write too much this last week with everything going on. Yeah, it's been fun. Anyways, so I guess let's go to some updates. Like I said, I only got 600 words in earlier this week because I was at a training course, which every morning I had to drive an hour and 15 minutes for an 8-hour course, and then I had an hour and a half drive back home because of the rush hour traffic. And then of course I had homework for the class as well every night. So I honestly only got to write on Monday 600 some words, and then I was left to only write this morning because I was so exhausted. But everyone passed the course. My team was the best team. The instructor said so. So no surprise, because all we did was laugh and joke the entire time, and we just had fun with it. But with that being said, I know I at least got about another 1,000 words written this morning. So that brings Golem Master's total up to 116,755 words. To put that into context as far as a book size, right now it's about 375 pages-ish as a rough estimate. I think it would probably be closer to the 400 range, but that's at least where we're at. We're at just roughly under 400 page. And yeah, we're going into some stuff here. I'm excited. I don't think you guys. Oh no, you did. You did meet Andrea. You linked up with her, right? That's right. Okay. So Kyle, since I know you loved the chapters, you've read the chapters, how did you like that final song that Andrea sang at the very end of it? What did you think about the lyrics and how that all flowed? I would love to know your feedback on it. So yeah, so we're at 116,000 words. We're still on track with the points of the story, to where, you know, we're kind of at the end. We're kind of closing in on the end of things. I'm excited for some of, as I've thought more about where I want to take book 2, I've definitely reflected on that a little bit, and I'm excited. I think I have enough motivation that I will probably finish out the Red Flag Army side story for the Dying Breed series, because we're only maybe 2,000 to 4,000 words left in that side story until it's all complete. So more than likely, I will, once I'm done editing Golem Master Book 1, I will do that to give myself a little bit of extra energy, a little bit of extra motivation. But I will probably jump right into book 2 of Golem Master, and just keep going. So yeah, so I had training this past week. I've got another training event this week, and I know I'm going to have to pull in some more overtime hours to get some work projects done in a timely manner. So with that being said, I will more than likely have very little writing done this week as well, because as soon as we're done with the live stream, I've got to drive 4 hours south to go support my little adopted niece at her high school graduation party at her house with her family. Like, her dad and I are pretty much brothers. Her mom and I are like brothers. And so she's definitely like my little adopted niece. So I told him I would go support. So as you guys know, 4 hours of driving, a party, spending the night there, then 4 hours driving back up on Sunday. Yeah, it's not a whole lot of writing is going to get done this weekend. So that's where I at least wanted to get a little bit of writing done this morning, to just keep that momentum going. So this morning was good. This morning was fun. We got to see a little bit KT Hana. She comes back into Pepper's world, and she's going to help him out with a little bit of stuff. So yeah, so we're building that up. Rhino, he had some time talking with Pepper, and Mr. What did I call your familiar? I want to say it was Mr. Puddlesworth or Captain Puddlesworth. Ryan's duck familiar made his final entrance. So you guys will probably see him next week when those chapters release on the Patreon. So there's that. But with that being said, I am hoping, you guys, I am hoping to have all of Golem Master 1 done by the end of June. So I'm excited. I'm excited. One of the things I would like to do, I'm going to wait and see, but I will more than likely try to do an author chat next Sunday. But the one thing that I'm thinking about doing differently, because I have 3 different authors that want to do an author chat, I'm thinking about doing a panel and having all 3 on if they're willing to do that. So yeah, I am shocking in a good way or what? So for those of you who have not read the lyrics yet, here's Kyle's feedback. Those lyrics are definitely shocking. Didn't expect that. I'm hoping that was shocking in a good way. Not like, oh God, that's terrible. Don't write any song lyrics. Because for me, some of the best writers that we have on this planet are those that write songs, right? Like songs speak to us at such a different level. Lyrically, Aaron Michael Ritchie, I see you lurking. So yeah, I was really influenced by Flyleaf when I was thinking about that. And so the person that Andrea, the character, is based off of, that her entire story is actually someone else's story of like they always wanted to be a singer, but they're not a singer today. They always wanted to be a singer. And so I was like, I love this dynamic of shocking in an amazing way. There you go. Okay, everyone. So there you go. I just don't want to do spoilers. Yes. So with the real person that Andrea, the character, is based off of, I wanted to really have this moment and like, for the real person, like what if they had actually gone down this path? How amazing of an artist, singer would they have been today if they still did it? So I was like, well, with this character, I want to play with this. I want to have fun with this. And I want to see how we take it. And so as I really spent time with Andrea's character inside my head and thinking about all these things, I was like, well, if she's going to be a singer, then she has to have a song. And so what song would I want her to sing or want her to talk about? And so I wanted to talk about this reality of their world and where they live and the dynamic of that they're dealing with. And the lyrics just really came to me as I continued to listen to the band Flyleaf. And I thought about like, what if I could just replace Haley's voice with Andrea's voice, how it sounds in my head, vice versa. And the lyrics came and I was like, yes. And so with that being said, little seed spoiler teaser, I already have the lyrics for Andrea's second song, which obviously is going to be in book 2. And I even started a little bit of figuring out what the third song will be in book 3. So will there ever be a full song? Maybe not, but with the lyrics that are shared with you in the book, it should be enough to give you that sense and give you that deep-rooted connection with the characters in the world. So, I'm excited. It was a great time. So that's where we're at with Golem Master, you guys. That is where we're at. Yeah, it's been such a fun time. Such a fun time writing. Okay, but that's not the only thing we have going on. As you guys know, let's just bring up this beautiful bad boy, Bloodbath. You guys, I've got something exciting to share with you. If you guys can see here, there's an audio file. I was sent the first 25 minutes of Jodan doing the recording of Bloodbath. And so, as you can see, I'm not starting us out in the prologue. I have it queued up to the very first awakening of Trevor's character, and I absolutely loved what Jodan did. So we're going to play that here in a minute or two for you guys to enjoy. Let's bump this down a little bit more. Okay. So there's that. But before we get there, I will also give you guys an update. So I reached out to Tom about where he stands with the audiobook for The Dying Breed and Justice, and he is still working on it. He is still trying to get it done. He has not given up. There was a lot of things that he needed to really change. He realized that he screwed up some of the character voices and had one character saying something that wasn't that character. So he's going back over, he's making sure that he gets everything as good as possible. And so I just told him, like, dude, there's no rush. As long as you're working on it, I'd much rather have a quality product than a hasted product. So The Dying Breed and Justice, it's still in the works. It's still going. We will get it up as soon as possible for you guys to enjoy. And of course, all the Patreon members, you guys will get your free audiobook link. And I've got 1 or 2 people selected out who will get the link as well for your free audiobook to just say thank you so much for all your guys' support. So it's still in the works. It's still in the works. But with that being said, there's something else that I really want to say thanks to you guys on. And let me pull up the image here for you guys to see. Bam! So just a huge shout out to Stephen Landry, Brandon, Ryan Maxwell, Little Panda Aiden. Did I say Stephen Landry, Richie Stevens, Timo Burnham over on Twitter, and David Bushman on Twitter. Like, you guys, Steven on Twitter, like, you guys have been promoting Zeckler. Oh my God, I can't forget Zeckler. You guys have been really promoting and pushing the promotion that I was doing for the Dying Breed Hunters. And I just was really overwhelmed with gratitude for the fact that we are able to get Hunters as a #1 bestseller for military fantasy. And granted, Angel Ramon talked about this the other day, where he's like, be proud of your work. Like, be proud of the fact that when you started as an author, you went all the way to completion, and now you have a book. And whether or not the story is for everyone, you still did something so much more than any other person on the planet. So be proud of it. And so even though the Dying Breed Hunters was a promo of free, and that's why people picked it up, the fact that it was able to be a #1 bestseller just means a lot to me. And it's something where I don't feel like I deserve it. I don't know if I really earned it, right? But I'm at least happy to see that, and I'll actually pull up the stats right now. For our free promotion, we have had 88 people, or I'm sorry, 87 people have picked up the book. So I am just hoping that we have a few people out of that 87 who will read it, enjoy it, and continue on. We've had 3 other people pick up The Dying Breed and Justice, which is also on a promo for 99 cents. So I'm hoping that people will fall in love with the world as much as I've loved it, as much as you guys have loved it. So that's exciting. That's encouraging. But to have this little screenshot, that's really cool. I'm happy that I was able to get the screenshot. We broke the top 3,000 mark for all free books on Amazon. Like, we did some really great stuff on the numbers. So thank you so much to you guys. There's no way that we would have hit #1 if it wasn't for you guys spreading the word, sharing that. So if there's anyone else that is watching the stream today, again, like, the promo is still going on. So today is the last day. You can pick up The Dying Breed and Justice for 99 cents on Kindle. Tomorrow is going to be the last day for the Dying Breed Hunters, where you can get it for free. But again, all 3 books are on Kindle Unlimited if that's the way you prefer to read. So, but the biggest thing is a huge shout out and thank you to all of you guys. Zeckler, David Bushman, Stephen Landry, who even made like a sweet promotional art piece for us to share. Ryan, Brandon, Kyle, like, all of you guys. Wolfie, Richie Stevens, dude, Jay Baraz, who also helped out. I can't thank you guys enough for sharing it and getting the word out. That meant a lot. So thank you. That would not be available without you guys. So there's that. Okay, the other update, Bloodbath Book 2 is now up officially for pre-order on Kindle, and thankfully it passed the review, which I was really worried about, just because of how dark it is, as some of you guys know. So with that being said, I have already ordered the author copies of book 1, the author copies of book 2. So those are on the way. I should be getting them in about 2 weeks. Vanessa already has book 3. She's doing the formatting. She's doing all that stuff. So book 3 will hopefully be done very soon. So for those of you in the upper tiers of the Patreon community, I will be sending you guys the physical books of 1, 2, and 3 all at the same time, of course, autographed. But yeah, so if you guys don't get book 1 or 2 right away in the mail, just know it's because I'm waiting for book 3 to be done. Then I can get the author copies and then I'll send them out. So that's why we're going that route. But I absolutely love this. So if you guys are ready, I think this is only like a 2.5 minute clip. But let's go ahead. Let's dive into Jodan's very first opening part of Trevor.
Pain raged inside my head, and it was the first thing that greeted me. Every portion of my brain was being hammered down on by a large mallet. My head twisted and torqued about as my teeth grinded down on each other. My muscles surged to life and wanted to grab hold of my head, my natural instinct to try and ease the fucking pain my mind was being forced to endure. I tried to reach up with my hands, but I couldn't. I could barely feel the restraints clasp around my wrists, for my mind's agony was drowning out the other sensations my nerves attempted to convey to my brain's neural network. I could feel a crustiness covering my eyes, but fought the sensation of keeping them clamped shut. An effort to see what restrained my hands and wrists, but pulling my eyelids open ever so slightly caused the pain to intensify and worsen. I immediately shuttered them closed and regretted my attempt. My eyes were blinded by the brightest of lights, the result of which now caused my ears to ring and belch with a bellowing alarm sensation. The blaring sound of a fire alarm klaxon cried out with such ferocity that I felt my eardrums would burst at any moment. The pain radiated inward from my ears, as if 2 metal probes forced themselves inside me. The effect now amplified the torment my mind was suffering through. I could have sworn on every holy book in that moment that a man was standing on top of my head. He was relentlessly pounding a jackhammer deeper and further into the center of my brain. But now, I was ready to accept defeat. I was ready to do whatever I had to, if it meant I could stop the pain. The electrical charge of agony, which surged over every inch of my being, had won this fight. There was a slight burning sensation that I was able to just barely take notice of. It was then I felt its source was that of my throat, and I realized I'd been screaming out the entire time. My muscles began to tense and contract. Their strength to fight and resist whatever restrained them was now gone. My body trembled, but in a frozen state as every nerve told me there was nothing left but this electrical shock to my system. The effect, which added to my suffering, felt like I was being tasered all over again. Though I couldn't hear my voice out loud, the one which muttered inside my mind captured it all. Please, just fucking make it stop.
Woo! Woo! You guys. Oh, yes, let's get it. Oh my gosh. And I told him, Kyle, I told him the same thing. As soon as he had that inflection in his voice and that like intensity added, I was like, bro, fucking mic drop, dude. That was epic. Oh, I loved it so much. So yeah, so I'm not gonna lie. There's this little devious, maybe it's the Drebin in me. See what I did there? Maybe it's a little Drebin in me that's like, yes, I get to listen to this glorious audiobook before everyone else. Woo! And savor it. But you guys, I am so stoked. And this is why, I mean, I think you guys can understand why, as soon as I heard Jodan originally do Recover the Jackpot and his raw take on the manuscript, I was like, yes, Jodan is the dude who can do this book justice. Like, he knows how to bring Trevor even more to life. So, I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. So yes, he is actively working on it. He is sure that he's confident. He's sure that he's going to have book one all recorded, ready to go on release day. So that is epic. And with that being said, he said that he is going to be ready to go right into book two. So of course, as you guys know, book two is already done. So he's going to have the manuscript and he's going to be recording right into book two, depending on his schedule, now that he has all of his settings worked up and everything's good to go. So I'm super excited. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited for this. So yeah, you guys, and of course, Patreon members, you guys will get the audio codes as well for the audiobook once it comes out. All the tiers, so don't worry about that. You guys will have that to enjoy, and how can you not get amped up for Jodan, right? It's going to be so wicked cool. So wicked cool. Okay, with that being said, that's all I have for you guys this week. I'm sorry. I mean, granted, we've been here hanging out for about 30 minutes, but with that being said, I mean, I'm doing my damnedest. I'm doing my bestest to balance out all these projects as I can. But I'm super excited for the fact of, Bloodbath. It's doing its thing. We still got 80 days of pre-orders and pre-sales and marketing and strategy and all those different things. So that's going on right now. But yeah, Golem Master's doing good. I'm doing good. I'm going to go have some tacos at this graduation party and hang out with my little adopted niece or whatever. So life is good, you guys. I'm blessed. I really can't complain. Oh, dude. Where was I? Let's talk about book 2 of Quest Academy. Yo! Because, of course, so I read the story. I was about halfway through reading the story, like on my Kindle. And, of course, I do have the paperback. But I also have it on audiobook. And so that's what I've been doing, obviously, because that's my preferred method. Yo, you guys, chapters 40 through like 43. Are you serious right now? Like, right? If you guys know, if you guys have read the book, then you know what I'm talking about. That switch up with Divinity and Sal and all those things. Yo, I'm super excited. I am ready to get on the road to plug in this audiobook just so I can figure out like the thing that Brian threw at us. You look very handsome in your sweatshirt. Well, thanks, dude. You look sexy in your sweatshirt, man. Which is funny, though, is because now I have to change the sweatshirt because now you're a Guardian Patreon member. That means I need to change the back to make sure you get your specific tier. And I already apologized at the very beginning of the stream that I haven't updated the overlay to recognize you as a Guardian, man. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to update the sweatshirts now and the T-shirts to make sure that you get your recognition as being a Guardian. So thank you so much, dude. But yeah, this is my favorite sweatshirt. Like that, it's that simple. This is my favorite sweatshirt. I wear it everywhere, even when it's like hot and muggy out, because I just love it so much. So, but yeah, thank you, dude. But dude, Quest Academy, you guys, if you haven't read Quest Academy yet, especially book 2, like, wow, that was a great switch up. I'm super excited. I love the tension and intensity that Daniel Wisnowski gets on Sal and was it Hannah? Sal and Hannah's thing? Okay, continuing Quest Academy audiobook once Monday comes back around. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, there you go. Whoop, whoop. Congrats on the upgrade. So yeah, wow, that was so good. And I think I need to check Brian's Patreon, but I think he said he is coming close to being done. Dude, where's Lars's book? Is it Lars? Where's Theft of Decks at? When is Theft of Decks coming out? July 12th. Okay, yeah, I definitely need Lars's book. You're at chapter 69. I don't know if that's a joke or if that's reality. I see what you did there, Kyle. Just magically ended on chapter 69? Yeah? Really? Believe July. Yes, so Theft of Decks is coming out July 12th. Yeah, so I might have to pick up that book. I might have to. I'm definitely going to pick up that book. Kind of both. I love that. Yeah, so, oh man, I'm excited, you guys. I am definitely excited. I was able to pick up 1 or 2 books. I think I talked about it on our last stream, the Divine Dungeon online and stuff like that. So, yeah, great stuff. But you guys, as you guys know, once Quest Academy dropped on audio, I was like, yo, this is what I'm starting with. There's no switch up here. We're going full bore. What is up, Angel Ramon? Dude, it's great to see you, my dude. We're pretty much done with all the updates. We're now kind of hanging out for a few minutes before I jump off, but we were just talking about Quest Academy Book 2 audiobook. Wow, it's so good. And Angel, curious question for you on your books. I don't know. I went to Frogs and Margaritas, but I didn't mean to. I meant to go to Pina Colada and Rats. That's what I meant to go to. So with that, with your Pina Coladas and Rats, are you going to be looking at doing an audiobook? Like going through ACX and just doing like a royalty share for them or something? Because the other thing I was wondering is if you did that, if you did it since you have 4 books, what if you just went with an omnibus audiobook? That way people would literally get all 4 books together. So I'm curious if you're thinking of doing that, because that would be really cool. So anyways, as I wait for your, that is my hope this year. I might go the omnibus direction. Dude, I love that. Okay, that would be really cool. Definitely, if you go that route, let me know, because I would love to pick up Pina Coladas and Rats on audiobook. As not that I am planning to buy them physically. I just to actually read them, though, as you know, the audio version is just so much easier for me with my crazy lifestyle. So, but yes, Quest Academy Book 2, I am loving the switch up. So I definitely am. I'm ready to get on this road trip and see where we go with that. What else? And then, of course, we've got Aileron Kong coming out with Alpha, which I definitely need to pick up as well when that comes out. So many good books, you guys. So many good books. But man, I am so excited for Jodan to finish Bloodbath. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So let's see, what other updates do we have? You guys, that's really it. Yeah, that's really it. We're coming close to 400 pages on Golem Master. We're coming close to finishing that up. I don't even have a motivational video for you guys today, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Should talk about Rachel's book. Yeah, Rachel Neat Kirk, dude. Angel. So what am I reading? So I'm literally reading Brian's book. Actually, let me just open up my Audible for you guys, and we can give you the direct updates on that stuff. So, bloop, bloop, bloop. So I've got 7.5 hours left in Quest Academy Book 2. I am 7.5 hours left in Death Genesis, Saki Lit RPG by Nicholas Searcy. Really enjoying that, but I got a little lost in where I left off and what's going on, so I might have to go back a few chapters to read that. I picked up A Starbright Man by a cyberpunk lit RPG by Warby Picus. Really interested in that. I'm really interested to see his take on things. I picked up Arcane Cultivator by Harmon Cooper. because that was on a sale. I've been doing Dungeon Core online. I've got 11 and a half hours left on that. It's very interesting take on things. Yeah, and then that's really all I've got right now. I've still got Dominion of Blades, The Legend of Randidly Ghost Hounds, Physics of the Apocalypse, Apocalypse Regression, Ascend Online, The Trapped Mind Project by Michael Chatfield, Revenant by Jez Kajio. So I've still got plenty of books to go in on. Did I get Jack's book? No, not yet. I have not gotten his book yet. I did see that it came out, but I just have not gotten to it. I think the biggest thing is I'm just going to be waiting on the audibles on those, right? Which really sucks because I'm really curious to see what he does. And then Rachel's book. I mean, I try to give Rachel as many shout outs as I can whenever I'm in like Reddit or the Facebook groups. And then what is it? Library Reset by KT Hana. Our beloved KT Hana. Whoopsies. Grand System Reset Library. Wow, that is definitely not getting me books. That's for sure. Library System Reset. Overdue. That one, I cannot wait to get my hands on. Absolutely cannot wait. That's coming out July 2nd, as you guys know. And the audiobook is already up for pre-order. Andrea Parsnow is narrating. Of course she is. Oh my, yes. Yes, please. 17 hours and 40 minutes, you guys. That is going to be epic. It's one of those things where I just know it is going to be epic. It's going to be so good. I cannot wait for that. Get it. Yes. JD Glasscock coming in the house. I can't wait for Library System Reset. So I need to go on Audible, make sure that I get this on my radar here. Now that I see that the pre-order's up, because the first time I was looking at the book, they didn't have the Audible listed yet. And gosh, do I hate some of these audiobook makers that are really insane overpriced things. Do I even have one credit? Oh, I do have one credit. Do I? Let me see here. What's this? Add to wish list. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah, I'm definitely buying that. Cracking the Kraken. Yeah, we were already talking about Brian. We talk about Brian enough. We don't need to talk about Brian anymore. Major BJ. Love that man. Who ignored my phone call the other day. Just saying. So yeah, you guys, those are really the updates. There's not much else going on in my life, but I guess what we can close out with is just saying there's still so many epic books out there. Oh, that was one thing I was really reflecting on this week. So it was towards the very beginning of the week. I think it might have been on Tuesday. Hey, there you go, guys. JD Glasscock, feel free to give away Audible codes for Ambers and Ash to your fans. So if you guys need an audiobook, hit up this man. Just hit him up directly. He should already be your friend on Facebook because JD is an amazing human being. Love this dude. And thank you, JD, for all your support as well. But definitely reach out to this man, get an audiobook code from him, and of course, be sure to leave him a review and let people know what you think of his book. And congrats, man. Nocturne is still crushing it. Whoopsies. If you guys do not know, which you should know, if you guys have been on my Facebook and stuff, Nocturne, book one of JD's Umbral Savage series, #1 bestseller in 3 different categories. This dude was even up in like the top 3,000 of the entire Kindle store. So, dude, just so congratulations, man, on all of that. That's really great stuff. And yeah, you guys definitely need to go. No need for promo. We're doing it, JD. Oh, mom's calling. That's not normal. All right, mom's calling during the stream, so it must be something serious. All right, you guys, hit up JD, get some audiobook codes. You guys take care of yourselves. I will talk to y'all later. Much love to the Patreon. Bye.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the night inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here and scream. Okay, it's a dream, and I pray as a team. One day it'll be me. If I want it, then I'll get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I'll win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. Looking at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the